Hello there, this is Swordsman75 and we got some more Battlefield Bad Company 2 Vietnam, you've probably guessed by now. This gameplay is a condensed version of a game of Conquest from last night. And I gotta say, this gameplay is going to be a little sad, somewhat funny, but mostly sad and disappointing. What's Vietnam been out for? 3 days now, I think? And I'm already starting to realize the challenge that this franchise is struggling with. It's got a very big challenge ahead of it, and it's going to be very, very painful to have to endure what's going to be coming up. Now, when playing this game, I think I've been put into one full game in the entire time that Vietnam has been out so far. And that's just amazingly disappointing to see that an expansion... Look, the other team has two people. And it was like this game after game after game. I picked this one because it was the biggest example of how this game has turned into a ghost town. And I find that incredibly disappointing. You have arguably one of the most anticipated game expansions for an FPS I've ever seen. What compares with, like, this isn't just a map pack, this is an expansion. But with that said, I think they went about it the wrong way. This doesn't add to their core game. It takes their core game and adds it like makes a separation with it. This doesn't, I don't know how to exactly word this, but it's not like they continue to build up on their awesome starting game. Yeah, this is fresh, it's new, the maps are fantastic, the weapons are great, fairly balanced from what I can tell. The M60 is overused, but I wouldn't call it very overpowered or anything like that, especially with the lack of an ACOG on it. But you had so many people looking forward to this, and yet the game is still a ghost town. It's incredibly rare to find a game that's actually full. But what's that tell you about the longevity of this game? It's dying. Not even a very big expansion that had, when was this first announced? Back in the summer? Like, this was shown at E3, wasn't it? Wasn't there a trailer at E3? It's been highly anticipated. From what I've seen, it's gotten great reviews from the media. And yet it's still not enough for 2 days after it releases to find full games most of the time. Now maybe my experience is completely different, but I have put in some good time into Vietnam so far since it released, and 1 or 2 games, that's it, that were full. And those were within hours of it going live, so I don't know. That does not sound good going forward long term. And it's sad, because Vietnam has me excited for the game. I actually have fun playing it now, if you can get a full game. You get some buddies together, you join a squad, and in you go. But it seems like it's a great effort, but it's too late almost. You might be able to take out almost. It probably is too late. Arguably, you can call those the VIP things DLC, but it's not. It's just fake little, well, we're going to unlock something now. The 4 maps 2 weeks ago, those were new. Those were fresh. But look how long it took for that to happen to this game. Something new that long. It just, I don't know. It's a very disappointing feeling to see that this game is continuing its death spiral, really. Especially whenever you have arguably some of the most enjoyable experiences had in the Battlefield series with this expansion. But again, like, how long will these 4 maps last? This could have been so much better if, sure, you had like a dedicated Vietnam side thing on the menu, right? But I want these maps in the core rotation of the main game. I want these weapons to be unlocked in the main game. This isn't... It's not so much expanding on their base game. It's segregation of their base game. Well, now you have people playing Vietnam, and now you have people playing the old stuff because they didn't want to upgrade. And so then what you're doing is you're splitting your already dwindling player base. And that just seems so counterintuitive to what you're trying to do here. It's just frustrating to see something that's so good, and I will say the Vietnam is very much worth it, but I've got to question the longevity and the replayability when it's not. This should be in conjunction with the base game, not a standalone to the point that it is like this, that you can't access this in the other maps. You couldn't go from like Panama Canal to this game, to this map. And that's a shame. Even if you could only use these weapons on those maps in the core game, I think it would still be an improvement to be suddenly playing like White Pass and then have the hill come up for a squad deathmatch or something. So, I don't know. I'm just... I guess yesterday I played this. It was just a disappointing feeling seeing empty lobby after empty lobby. I had fun though. I mean, it's still fun. I was just kind of looking at the writing on the wall, so to speak, with where this game is going, and it seems like it might be a little too late for people to, really help bring this game back to where it used to be back in the spring and summer months. For those of you that have asked me Vietnam or Black Ops, unless you already have Bad Company 2, and you love Bad Company 2, you can probably skip Vietnam. I mean, this will not be some sort of life-altering experience here. If you've never played Bad Company 2, and you're a Black Ops player right now currently, you will probably get more playtime out of Black Ops than you will Vietnam. But that said, Vietnam does do some great things correctly, and it's a fun expansion. But I think they could have done more. I think they could have done it much sooner, and yeah, that's... I don't know, I just figured I'd make this commentary, sort of talk about what I'm sensing and what I'm seeing from what I've experienced over the last 2 days or whatever since it's released. It just seems very sad that such a big expansion went off so close to its release, and you can still barely find the full game. And for those of you who got, like... I made a comment once and somebody was like, you don't need a full game to have fun. And I know that, I understand that. But a full game completely changes the flow of a battle in Bad Company 2. You can't argue that. In Squad Deathmatch, if you only have 2 full squads fighting in there for the win, it's completely different than if you had 4. Completely different. Same with Rush, same with Conquest, as I'm finding out. So, what do you guys think? Do you think the Vietnam expansion, while great, has come too late? Do you think the community will bounce back? Or is it just going to be a continuation of a slow decline as we wait for Battlefield 3? But even then, what's it say about DICE? Can they make a long-lasting game that will keep the community's attention? We'll see. Alright, crap, I seem to have ran a little bit over, but let me know what you guys think in the comments about what I said here so far. Take care, guys.